used to be the jewel of the Crown Prince due to the great geographical position, which it still is. It's between Asia, Southeast, China, and the Middle East, and it has a position in the Indian Ocean. Today, it's a huge economic power around the world. At the same time, it has internal struggles with their democratic system and has contrasts in their international relationship. India, elections, challenges, and geopolitical strategies. Let's see news. Let's see critical news. For a long space of 5 weeks, from the 11th of May to 9th of May, there were general elections. 900 million electorates were called for. From this number, 600 million finally deposited their ballots. 10 million of them for the first time, due to the growth of population. Since the federal laws are not supposed to walk more than 2 kilometers away to their voting place, sometimes they have to transport themselves in canoes or elephants. Some even go up the Himalayas with oxygen masks so the people there can vote. That's about the logistics, which is very complex in such a big and diverse country. But let's see the results. For the first time since 1984, the first time a country has consecutive won the elections. He was able to get 313 seats of 500. And although the criticism of the economic measures and what his opposers say about sectorism that leave behind the Muslim minorities, let's hear Modi. He was, as I said, re-elected, and the leader of the opposition, recognizing his defeat. The citizens of India who have trusted me have given me such a great responsibility. I would like to tell them again that I will not do anything for myself. I have always said that this election is not fought by the majority. It is not fought by the contenders, nor by the politician. It is fought by the people of this country. During the campaign, I have said clearly that the people of India is the owner, and they have given an election. That's why I would like to congratulate my opponent. And I would also like to congratulate those who won the seat in Congress. We understand that there are different ideologies, and one had to win. And I congratulate them for that. Let's see India in the map. It has all of the geopolitical resources in the world. And if we had to use one word, it's homogeneous. Almost 70 years ago, it was founded. If we compare to other countries, it's basically recent. India, officially Republic of India. It has a privileged location in the southeast of Asia, next to the Indian Ocean, because it's pivotal because 90% of commerce goes through those seas. On the north, they have Bhutan, Nepal, and China. On the south with the Indian Ocean. On the east with the Bengali Gulf. And with Myanmar and Bangladesh. On the west with the Arabic Sea and Pakistan. And it's next to the mountains of Sri Lanka. And the capital is New Delhi,
Con una superficie de más de 3 millones de kilómetros cuadrados, es el séptimo país más extenso del planeta y con más de 1.300 millones de habitantes, según el censo de 2017, el segundo más poblado del mundo después de la República Popular China.
the world after China. In the last 50 years, there has been a rapid growth of the city population.
Además, sus habitantes son
And their inhabitants are majority young people. This is favorable in a world that is getting older. It has a federal system.
Es una sociedad multiétnica,
It's multi-ethnic,
multicultural,
pluricultural,
religiosa, aunque de mayoría hindú. En el siglo XVI, potencias europeas como Portugal, España, Reino Unido y Países Bajos construyeron puertos comerciales en este territorio y fundaron colonias. En 1845, el control del país lo ejercía la compañía británica Indias Orientales.
Oriental India used to be
la primera guerra de
leader in
independencia India, que no fue otra cosa que una insurrección que desafió el orden impuesto por la referida empresa.
Secession wars began.
De esa situación,
there was a lot of instability, and later on,
de la corona británica.
they
Tras un
fell into the
no
British
se independiza
control.
del yugo en agosto de 1947. Las zonas de mayoría
In August of
musulmana
1947,
un estado
they became
independiente,
free.
hoy llamado Pakistán. Por su biodiversidad,
On the north,
están
Pakistan
el grupo de
became
17
independent from
países
India.
megadiversos, según el Centro de
They're
Monitoreo
mega
de la
diverse
Conservación del
for all of
Ambiente
the
de Naciones
natural
Unidas.
resources, according
Más
to
de la mitad de sus
United
tierras son
Nations.
cultivables.
More than half of their
Produce una
lands
extensa gama de productos
apt for
agrícolas y
agriculture.
ganaderos que exporta. Además, tiene en su haber hidrocarburos,
They also have natural gas and
petróleo
petroleum
y minerales preciosos.
and
Ha
strategic
desarrollado las
minerals.
industrias del textil, química,
Their industries are
procesamiento de
textile,
alimentos,
chemistry,
piedras
and
preciosas,
process of
automotriz,
foods.
software, cemento,
Software,
acero
cement,
e hierro.
steel,
La de la India ha sido
and
una
metal.
economía de rápido crecimiento y con la fuerza
India's
de trabajo
economical
más
growth has
grande del
been
mundo.
very
Es
fast.
uno de los 10 países
It's
con
one of the 10
arsenal nuclear.
countries
Hace
with
parte del
nuclear
grupo de economías
reserves.
emergentes conocido por el acrónimo BRICS. Es miembro
They're
del
part of the
G20
BRICS
y del movimiento
and
de
they're part of the
países no
G20.
alineados. Todo esto le convierte en un actor de peso ineludible.
Therefore, we must analyze the importance of India.
Y aprovechando que estamos en la
Taking advantage
añadamos otro elemento de la geopolítica de
of the geopolitical, let's see, another element. Kashmir.
Independiente y luego integrante de la
It used to be,
origen de la discordia con Pakistán y a la vez pieza fundamental
there's a struggle with Pakistan and Kashmir.
Algunos se preguntan, vista la disputa y la imposibilidad en el corto plazo de resolver un cóctel explosivo en Asia Meridional, vayamos a Cachemira.
Can this cause more problems?
Cachemira o Valle de Cachemira,
Kashmir, or the Valley of Kashmir.
norte del subcontinente indio, al
It's
sur
on the
de la
north
parte
of
más
India.
occidental de la cordillera de los Himalayas, zona disputada
It's a
entre
zone
Pakistán,
that is being
India
disputed
y
by
China. Pakistán
India,
controla
China,
el
and Pakistan.
37% del área que corresponde
India
a la
has
región
33%
occidental, territorios
of the
del
par-
norte
of the
y Azad
territory.
Cachemira. India administra 43%.
India
sectores
administrates
central y
45%,
meridional, Jammu y Cachemira, y China el 20%,
and China
restante,
20%.
que es la región nororiental, Aksai Chin y el valle Chakstan. Cachemira es fértil de belleza natural y punto de
It is
origen
a
de
lovely
varios
place,
ríos y afluentes de la
and it
cuenca
has
del
the
río
beginning of
Indo.
many
La riqueza
rivers.
hídrica agrava el conflicto tripartito. Pakistán ha advertido que si India quisiera usar
Pakistan
su ventaja estratégica para
has said
cortar
that
el
if
cauce de
India
los ramales que
tries
unen a
to
Pakistán,
cut
pondría
the flow
en
of the
riesgo
rivers,
su desarrollo agrícola.
they would put
Se
in risk
calcula
their
que los
economic
continuos
growth.
y sangrientos enfrentamientos entre fuerzas
is
estatales y
calculated
movimientos independentistas han costado la vida
that there
a
have been
70,000 personas en los
70,000
últimos
lives
29 años.
lost
La frontera
due to
es
this
territorio de
dispute.
hechos terroristas. Analistas
There's many
cuestionan la incapacidad de los gobiernos para llegar a acuerdos,
terrorist
lo
attacks
mismo
in
que
this
la
area.
imposibilidad de Naciones Unidas para garantizar una
And United
solución.
Nations is not apt to control the area either.
Sitios digitales como es costumbre en la jugada.
Let's see digital
Primero, en
websites.
el orden mundial encontramos el 11 de abril de este año
11,
el siguiente
March, April 11,
desarrollo
we find
investigativo. India, el despegue de la próxima
India,
superpotencia.
is it the
con
next
signos
superpower?
superlativos. Vemos la foto allí
We see a
de Narendra
picture
Modi junto
of
a otros integrantes
Narendra Modi
de su ejecutivo. Y
and his cabinet members.
de este artículo
And at the end of the
de la doctrina de
article,
Esperanza, graduada en Relaciones Internacionales, estudiosa de la geopolítica
we see another-
Asia-Pacífico,
we see
encontramos el intertítulo
an article
que
saying
reza de la siguiente manera. Ven que es bastante
We're still looking
extensa
for it.
la investigación,
It's a
aborda
very
en
long
profundidad toda la cuestión
investigation.
económica y cómo están las cosas en el vecindario. Utiliza la
Here
autora
we
para
go.
describirle el adjetivo alborotado, y ahora sí llego, la siguiente
superpower?
También en forma de pregunta.
It's still like an interrogation.
El creciente peso de India en lo económico, militar, cultural
the growth of India in economic and cultural in the world is notorious.
India, sus dinámicas económicas y su riqueza cultural y étnica le convierten
their richness and their democracy it's a unique model of democracy and power. Although their democracy is far from perfect, it cannot be said that New Delhi has been able to institutionalize a representative government in one of the most traditional repressive government in the world. It's true. There are many things that still have to be solved, especially inequality. However, India still has to ask themselves, what is their world vision? And because the relationship with India and Pakistan are of great importance. This is the end of this article. I suggest you read it because it has much more information. And Sputnik, in the Russia Agency for News, we find another article that says, that is called,
India renueva con Modi su apuesta nacionalista. Lo vemos allí. En naranja vemos
India renews their bet with Modi.
Justamente del color que identifica su organización política.
The colors are orange, and far beneath, I want to see this point that says, speaks about the leadership of Narendra Modi. And the author says that the 68 leader is a patriot for some and a populist for another. Of a humble origin, and soon started in a popular party. And then he started the popular Indian Party. There is no scandals against him of corruption or in any type, but there is a very dark episode of when he was a governor, and there was a 2,000 killing of Muslims, and authorities didn't do much. He was elected in 2014 from the majority of votes that India had ever seen, and that is, he was able to overthrow the opposition that was reigning at the moment. Later it speaks about the measures he's been taken and how India has become a great economy that is growing. It's growing 7.5 in 2018. Let's go to Resumen Latinoamericano that says India, the great strength in the middle. I think this summarizes the relationship of India with other world powers that have conceptions of the world that are totally different. This article is of Immanuel Wallerstein. He's a sociologist. And I read, India is a country, it's a weird country in Asia because it has two different powers.
Y el partido Bharatiya Janata, Movimiento Nacionalista Hindú de Derecha. Este hecho recibe aplausos de nacionalistas y de líderes políticos de países paneuropeos, pero no parece que respalden las demandas de India.
But it really doesn't meet the demands of the people within the inside. Clearly, the problem is that India is the country in the middle. It's strong enough to be considered by others, but not strong enough to play a relevant role in the world. So, like in this case,
India parece destinada a ser una
other powers grow. India just is reactive and not proactive. Well, let's see. It's important that we see this a bit deep. What's happening inside India? To some, this was a surprise.
que ha sido un choque.
Some say that it was like a clash. It was the surprise factor, this result.
¿Por qué? Y su visión de cómo están las cosas adentro.
We're going to ask a further opinion on this. And as we've said, it's privileged in the growth because of their and because of this position, and it has great contrasts. Will this new president be able to confront all the needs of the Indian people?
Por las cosas rezagadas, lo que todavía no se ha hecho y todo lo logrado, las potencialidades que tiene efectivamente India, lo vamos a revisar después de nuestra primera pausa en Jugada Crítica.
Let's go to a first pause. Wait for us, please.
Estamos de vuelta. India, elecciones, desafíos internos y geopolítica regional.
Internal challenges and the international standpoint.
Un punto que nos permite aproximarnos
Let's give us more information.
Como plato fuerte en el segundo segmento de análisis, pero vamos teniendo ya algunas luces desde este momento porque están conectadas las cosas.
Let's see more information so we can analyze it in after the second pause. The website geopolitical.com publishes the policies in India are multipolar. This is published in 2016. They explain that the change in policy in India, and here we have a long detail. India believes that maybe it might be time to be an ally to other countries, because up until now they had not been aligned with anybody. India will get involved with any project that they believe is positive for themselves and for the region. It doesn't matter who it was. It might be Iran, Pakistan, or any other country.
¿Cómo puede tener buenas relaciones con Estados Unidos?
Like, how can they have good relationship with the U.S. and with China and Russia and with Iran also? So if we see it in the Latin American light, they also have good relationship with the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Narendra Modi is president once again.
El primer ministro Narendra Modi obtuvo y logró una amplia mayoría parlamentaria
a wide majority in Congress and was reelected as president,
de las encuestas que lo ubicaban con menor
regardless of all of the surveys that did not give him the possibility.
Dinámico del mundo, también es una
India is the second economy in growth.
Mediano y no carente de duras desigualdades.
However, there is lots of inequality and poverty.
Modi es sumamente heterodoxa.
The policies of Modi combines many recipes. In January of this year, there were a lot of strikes against the workers' law that go against workers' rights. Approximately 200 million had been part of these protests. One of the images went around the world. It was when 4 million women made a human barrier to demand gender equality. After 2 women were not allowed to go into a temple. There's also a religion division here in India. There have been great protests because there was an attempt to not give this nationality to some citizens who have different religion, especially Muslims.
El nacionalismo religioso de Modi ha llevado a que se cambien los nombres árabes de varias ciudades.
Some Arab names have been changed
donde se
from the north of India,
de los musulmanes.
where most Muslims are concentrated.
El principal caudal electoral lo volvía a tener en el llamado cinturón hindú.
He had them in the Indian belt was his electoral
Las
base.
víctimas de asesinatos de índole religiosa en la última década fueron musulmanes.
84% of the people who have been murdered have been for religious reasons, have been Muslims. Let's talk to Surendra Singh Ney. He's a professor and analyst of international relationships, both in India and Latin America. Let's talk about the leadership of Narendra Modi.
Si nos puede ayudar a aportar allí. Consigue más diputados que en 2014 cuando desbanca
Let's
la
talk about this.
encabezada por
How was he able to get the majority of congressmen?
Primero por las fortalezas que le hicieron merecedor de la mayoría a su juicio y le pido también
And let's talk about all of the strength why he was able to be reelected and win all of these Congress seats. Good morning, Lucia. Thank you very much for having me here with you.
Antes que nada, para no complicar más la vida, vamos a referirnos a este partido como el Partido del Pueblo Indio.
Let's talk about the political party.
Para los televidentes y para ti también.
It's the popular party of the people.
En comparación con el año 2014, esta vez
in comparison with the 2014, Modi's party has been able to attain more seats in Parliament. And with that, they are also going to go to the other camera in Parliament. It's a complicated system of vote.
Diputados que representan a la gente en la Cámara Baja del Parlamento y en otras asambleas.
It's a totally different system than the ones we have in Latin America.
Reitero, lo que dije ayer.
I repeat what I said yesterday
Programa de Telesur que
in another Telesur program.
Este resultado es
that this result
sorprendente
is surprising
una cierta parte de la población
for a certain part of the population,
no nos esperábamos
because we were not expecting
una victoria tan gigantesca,
such a huge victory
del partido del Modi,
of the Popular Party.
Así no estaba la situación.
Because this is not how we saw the situation. Everything changed after an attempt to a paramilitary group in Kashmir. And the counterattack that was sent on the terrorists who were the authors. That nationalist, patriotic aggression on behalf of Modi as Prime Minister of the country, well, the opposition was not able to respond to that aggression from the ultra-right. And the opposition
tan agresiva de la derecha y como resultado
was not able to offer a better option. So the result was that many marginalized people, basically in the rural areas and remote areas, although their economical situation on a personal level was not doing well, they decided to vote for Modi. They decided to bring him one more time. Because for them, the national security is the most important thing for the country.
La seguridad nacional es considerado un aspecto de suprema importancia.
So yes,
ahora le pregunto,
I would like to ask you,
¿dónde se van a encaminar las cosas?
Where is this heading?
¿Nuevas reformas?
Are there going to be no reforms? There are many reforms, but they're not going to be. They're not going to be hard for Modi. Because now he has an absolute majority in Parliament. But on one hand, he has the his followers, many people who strongly believe in his beliefs that are right-wing. And on the other hand, there are the aspirations of the free market that want radical reforms in a place where the economy is not really doing well. We have suffered a high percentage of unemployment, especially the last year of Modi's presidential presidency. It has been the highest in the last 40 years. That is alarming. On the other hand, was the agricultural crisis. There was a great, huge march where thousands and thousands of farmers began to walk from one rural district they were walking to Bombay. They walked for approximately thousands of kilometers. I don't really remember how much, but it was a very long route. Thousands of kilometers. But it was a march of farmers that was really important. Organizada por las organizaciones organized by the left-wing organizations that called everybody's attention, both inside India and abroad. And from there, the position of Modi's political party changed. Changed towards the farmers and started to offer new schemes for women, for rural women, for farmers, for marginalized groups. So before this attack in February in Kashmir, the situation was different. And then things changed. Surendra, let me ask you, what is the Achilles heel of India? And therefore for Narendra Modi's presidency? What is it, the economical aspect? Well, as we see, the images that we see is that we've got two different realities in the country. There is an economical crisis that people are living. Especially 2 years after the Indian currency was changed in 2007. That phenomenon that costed more than 100 people, more than 100 people lost their lives due to this. And due to that policy, on behalf of Modi, many people in the non-organized system, like people that have small commerce, and all of this does not appear in the news. This takes me to another important topic. The news media here in India have always been under the government control since 2015. Because in 2015, a single family took over the companies that are owners of the news media. There began a new phenomenon where the journalists began to work not as journalists, but just supporters of the government. So it was really ridiculous. This also favored the government of Modi. Modi is a few of the prime ministers in the world that throughout his 5 years has not given out a single press conference. And he really doesn't care. The first and the only press conference he has given was now, just before the elections, of the president elections. And he was sat with the president of his political party. And he didn't even answer. It was the president of the political party who was answering the questions. So the image that's projected of India beyond the borders and the situation that's being lived inside, they're totally different.
Claro, Surendra.
Thank you, Surendra. India is no doubt a productive giant and population giant too, and does not stop growing. Do you think that? Do you agree with me? What do you think of their political policies? Once again, the same idea. The projection that the press has handled on the national level is what contributes to this image, this positive image of the Modi government. But if we are talking about specific points, 2 or 3 years ago, when there was a meeting of the non-aligned governments in Venezuela, that was the first time that the Indian president did not participate in this meeting. That's a clue that indicates the direction that the country is taking. Lately, terminó el periodo que la administración de Donald Trump nos había dado a la India. The period that Donald Trump gave us, that they gave to India to stop the negotiations with Iran in the petroleum. And they have threatened us, saying that if we continue working with Iran, they will impose sanctions on us. So what does the Modi government do? He's going to break the bilateral relationships with Iran, although we do import petroleum from there. This happened just before the elections. Now Modi's back in power. We'll have to see what he's going to do with this decision. Who decides? Who do we establish relationships or don't? It can't be another foreign leader who determines what we can and what we cannot do. That is an internal affair. Whatever Modi does, above all, about Palestine and Iran, and their position que tenemos como país. Will also be a change in international relationship. Before, we always were friends of the Palestinian people since the 40s. Now, in the first term of Modi, we now have bilateral relationships with Israel. And Netanyahu was one of the first presidents that called Modi, because now they get along well.
representando los sentimientos de la derecha de ambos países.
And this will talks about the right wing of both governments.
Esquivar a ratos esas presiones, esa postura de chantaje de Estados Unidos.
Don't you think they,
por intereses comunes?
What's the position with the U.S.? What is their position in front of the U.S.?
Y termina teniendo relaciones con la República Islámica de Irán, con la República Popular China, con la Federación Rusa, que son potencias completamente antagónicas a los intereses de Estados Unidos. O sea, por eso se le llama la potencia de en medio. ¿Usted no está de acuerdo?
Mire, ahí el asunto es que nosotros no nos llevamos bien con China.
That we don't get along with China.
No lo entiende nadie.
Nobody understands it.
Si nosotros nos lleváramos bien
if
con
we
China,
got along well with China,
para ambos países.
It would be a win-win situation for both countries. But we don't understand why.
Estamos así. Llevamos tanto tiempo.
It's many years
no entendemos
ongoing.
No podemos estar de acuerdo.
We don't understand why we can't agree in many things.
Si no fuera así,
if it wasn't like this,
the U.S. estaría en esa posición
would not be in that position
para aprovecharse
to take advantage
del conflicto de Cachemira, por
of the Kashmir conflict.
Lo que hace es
where what they do is
las armas a nosotros,
they sell weapons to us and to Pakistan.
Ambos países,
and both countries
siguen siendo
are still fighting among each other,
matándose a uno a otro.
Killing each other.
La ruta de seda que ha
the Silk Route,
China, ahora con tantos países asiáticos,
that China has begun with many Asian countries.
Y ahí también varios países van entrando en
and many countries go into this
grande plan, ¿no?
into this huge route, a long-term plan. And India is still not part of it.
Todavía no queremos ser parte de eso porque
we still don't want to be part of it because, according to the official position, the Indian government, that is not beneficial for the sovereignty of India. However, we see it with a lot of doubt. But in my opinion, we don't have much to lose if we participate in those negotiations because the whole world is participating. Go see how that has helped the Pakistani people. In terms of infrastructure, railroads, we're losing there.
Se entiende su postura, Surendra. Muchísimas gracias por haberla compartido.
Thank you for sharing your positions
Jugada Crítica. Le
with
despedimos.
us.
Hasta una próxima.
See you soon.
De nada.
You're welcome.
Hasta pronto, Surendra Negi, o Surendra Singh Negi, académico que ha conectado con nosotros directamente desde Nueva Delhi. Estábamos justamente hablando en la parte
we were talking in the last part
que nos permite introducirnos
something
al próximo segmento de análisis.
that we're going to open in the next analysis
que tiene que ver con
that has to do with if India
al mismo tiempo, en paralelo, relaciones
can maintain their foreign relationships with countries that are totally opposed with their way of thinking.
Hacia dónde evolucionarán
Where will these relationships evolve to?
Y bueno, nos decía Surendra, hay un claro celo de India hacia la ruta de la seda china porque redundaría
Professor Surendra said,
para esta vecina del Asia, pero
there is a rejection to the Silk Route. Although it's beneficial, there's still a rejection on behalf of the government.
En una postura dual India. ¿Qué hará finalmente?
What will they do at the end?
Porque también hay que ir a un concepto de geoestrategia como es el de Indo-Pacífico. Ya venimos con más. Última pausa.
We'll be back.
No se vaya. Sigamos hablando de India, crítica.
And our critical moves.
Cómo el relacionamiento exterior,
and let's see how the foreign affairs with some countries they're defined and with others are not.
Entre la cooperación y las diferencias.
With some there's cooperation and with some there's differences.
Todo lo contrario. Entonces, sigamos abonando en esto y veamos también la posición geopolítica que tiene India en Asia. Es importante volver sobre eso a la hora de mirar las relaciones dentro del vecindario y fuera de él.
La política exterior de Modi se ha caracterizado por una relación tensa con su vecino Pakistán, nación con la que mantiene un histórico diferendo por la región de Cachemira al norte del país. Al mismo tiempo, India mantiene una relativa autonomía en su política exterior y soberanía respecto a las grandes potencias. Con Estados Unidos tiene incluido comercio y más de 180,000 estudiantes indios cursan carreras universitarias en el país americano. Ambas naciones también han firmado el acuerdo llamado 2+2, el cual Washington le dará a lo largo del 2019 material de defensa por un valor cercano a los $18,000 millones. En un primer momento, la Casa Blanca condicionó a la rúbrica de este convenio a que India se comprometa a no comprarle más petróleo a Irán. Sin embargo, el país asiático se negó a
India not buy more oil from India, but India did not accede. But at the end, Mike Pompeo stepped in, and the two countries signed the alliance. They also get along with Russia and Persia.
Al mismo tiempo, ha
At the
firmado
same time,
importantes convenios
they
militares
signed
con el gobierno
agreements
de Vladimir Putin.
with
Hoy por hoy,
Vladimir
70% del armamento de India es ruso. También ha comprado el poderoso sistema de defensa S-400.
India has bought a defense system and weapons from Russia too. This also happens with China.
Y de las presiones
Although of
prevalecen intereses
the
claramente
disagreements,
comunes que empujan a la cooperación bilateral.
there
Por
are
ejemplo,
still
el
agreements with
interés de
China.
asegurar un suministro estable de energía y de garantizar seguridad de las rutas marítimas asiáticas
The
por donde
maritime
circulan
routes
mercancía y petróleo.
that they both
También
share
les une
are
las
important. That
necesidades de
is something
seguir
that joins them.
expandiéndose económicamente y de
And both
luchar
countries
contra el
wants to
terrorismo.
expand their
En
economic
simultáneo,
growth.
el país cumple un rol clave dentro del BRICS. India
Simultaneously,
es un importante consumidor
India
energético y
plays
esto
a
ha permitido
pivotal
fortalecer los
part in the
vínculos entre
BRICS.
las naciones integrantes del grupo, en particular con la Federación Rusa y China. Al mismo tiempo,
So they have strong
exporta
relationship
buena
with
parte de su
China
producción
and
de
Russia.
carbón. La seguridad energética ha sido una de las prioridades de la política exterior india
Energy
y ha sido
security
marcado en
is one
cada
of the
cumbre de
pivotal
los
points of BRICS.
Bueno, vamos a sumar a Wadi Calvo, analista internacional
Let's
especializado
talk
en
to
Medio
another
Oriente, Asia y África.
specialist.
Conecta con nosotros desde Argentina. Wadi, qué gusto tenerle con nosotros en la jugada crítica. Fíjese, para comenzar, quisiera contarle que estábamos conversando en el segmento de análisis anterior con el profesor Surendra desde India.
We were talking to Professor Surendra, and he had a critical analysis of Narendra Modi,
respecto de los resultados que nos han
and
dejado
also
estas
to the
elecciones
results
de 5 semanas
that
consecutivas
these
en las
5
que termina
weeks
ratificado el
elections have
liderazgo
left
de
us.
Modi. Quiero sumar su mirada de las cosas,
I would like to hear your opinion.
como analista especializado en estos temas, a qué debemos adjudicar o qué explica ese triunfo de Narendra Modi.
How can we explain the re-election of Modi?
Creo que
Well, I think that fundamentally it's based
haber agitado el espíritu
on having
por un lado nacionalista,
having brought up the national spirit.
Trabajado mucho y muy bien en
He has
esa
worked
dirección,
well in that direction.
y de alguna manera
And
también
in some way,
la islamofobia,
the homophobia
a lo largo de los 5
throughout
años
the
del primer
5
gobierno de
years
Modi,
of his first government, of his first period, there were uncountable incidents
la minoría
between the
musulmana de la
Muslim
India,
minority
minoría
of
muy entre
India,
comillas, porque es una minoría de 180 millones de
well, there are
personas,
180 million,
los hinduistas que con
and the
Modi
Hinduists
digamos, se han subido a la ola
they're on the wave of the nationalist wave,
presionando
and they're
fuertemente a
strongly
los sectores
pressuring
musulmanes
the
de
Muslim
la ciudadanía
positions of
India.
India.
Eso referido en el contexto político,
That in the
en el económico,
political context, and the
si
economical
bien Modi que
front,
es
Modi,
neonazi,
who's a
en
neo-Nazi
lo político,
in the
es
political realm,
ultraliberal en lo
he's
económico,
ultra-liberal in the economic field.
lanzado toda una
He
campaña de
has launched
privatizaciones,
campaign of privatizations
que no han dado con mucho éxito,
that have not been successful.
Los grandes porciones de pobreza que hoy
because the great pockets of poverty
intocables,
are still there.
Prácticamente hay una epidemia de suicidios,
an epidemic
de
suicides
campesinos,
of small farmers.
No
because
se dan los créditos,
they're unable to pay their loans and floods
que suelen pasar en la India
dryness,
no han sido atendidos.
And these are needs that have not been met by the government. I think that the success of Modi is fundamentally based
en esa cuestión islamofóbica,
on that
también
Islamophobia and against
alentar siempre el conflicto de Cachemira, ¿no?
And always keep up the conflict with Kashmir.
Estábamos diciendo una política exterior que se mueve entre las rivalidades y la cooperación, entre la colaboración y el enfrentamiento.
We've said that the political policy is totally is not one directional.
¿Está enfocada u orientada la política exterior de India para preguntarle de mejor manera hacia la construcción de ese mundo multipolar del que tanto se habla por estos tiempos de cambios y disputas?
India, digamos, históricamente, para hacerlo muy blanco y negro, siempre fue más pro-ruso que pro-occidental.
Than pro-Western.
Modi ha cambiado
has changed
esa ecuación,
this equation.
No radicalmente, pero
non-radically,
sí ha modificado algunos
it
puntos.
has modified some points of it. And there's a factor
que en el informe no lo escuché, que lo nombraban,
that I would like to point out.
Que Modi ha abandonado
Modi has
histórico
abandoned the historical support that India has given
al pueblo palestino,
the Palestinian people,
y ha visitado
and has visited for the first time. I think it's the first Indian president who has visited Israel.
Después Netanyahu visitó
After Netanyahu visited India,
importantes acuerdos,
and they have reached fundamental agreements
en lo armamentístico.
In the fields of weapons.
Algunas fábricas
apparently we're going to set
de armas en India, va a instalar,
install
y ese
factories in India.
Creo que es un
and that shift,
de alguna manera,
I think
un guiño más hacia los Estados Unidos, ¿no es cierto?
Towards the US.
Sí. Ahora, podemos ver en Asia, para mirar la dimensión más global, y luego vuelvo a cuestiones más específicas, podemos mirar en Asia uno de los centros de gravedad geopolítica de este presente.
Can we see in Asia a geopolitical
axis
of the world?
No escuché bien.
Bueno, sí, podemos mirar en Asia de manera indiscutible uno de los centros de gravedad geopolítica de este presente.
Sí, sin duda.
Well, without a doubt.
Asia,
Asia,
y ese macizo que conforma un poco
Asian, especially
Asia
that part
Central,
that
junto a la India, es
Central Asia next to India
geoestratégico
has
y
importance of geopolitical and economical,
producción de gas y petróleo,
and great production of gas and petroleum. It's
para
fundamental
el equilibrio mundial, ¿no?
for the world balance.
Sí, se entiende. Ahora le pregunto, bueno, y allí tendríamos que sumar el concepto geoestratégico del Indo-Pacífico. ¿Qué pasa con Latinoamérica, las relaciones de India con Latinoamérica? ¿Ha habido presiones recientemente de parte de las autoridades estadounidenses para que no compre petróleo a la República Bolivariana de Venezuela?
Petroleum from Venezuela?
Sí, bueno, esa es parte de la estrategia global
global strategy of Mr. Trump
Venezuela,
against Venezuela,
y también contra Irán, porque
and
está
against Iran too,
a India,
because they're pressuring
que está
India,
haciendo un puerto,
who is building a port in the Persian Gulf
para poder
to be able to receive petroleum
de Irán,
from Iran,
y exportarlo a otros países
to other countries.
Y bueno, eso está hoy en discusión.
That's now under discussion.
Trump en discusión con Modi. Creo que
I think that we'll have to wait and see in the second period of his presidency
más firme
what will happen.
Hacia los Estados Unidos.
And probably we'll see
olvidemos que
getting closer to the US. Let's not forget that Modi, he's ultra-nationalist.
Bordeando el fascismo,
bordering fascism.
Si uno ve hasta
his organizations, if you analyze even aesthetically,
se vinculan mucho a las camisas pardas hitlerianas.
They're totally, even in the way he dresses.
Tiene grupos paramilitares.
And he has paramilitary groups.
Complejas, muy peligrosas,
a very complex
extremadamente
campaign.
Belicistas. Entonces, creo que se siente más identificado
he feels more identified
con las nuevas políticas
with
de Trump, de Israel,
Trump policies and of Israel than the ones
con lo que podría ser Irán, Rusia, incluso China,
and even China.
Como bien lo dijo el colega que me antecedió, no tiene buenas relaciones, ¿no? Incluso han tenido una guerra en algún momento.
La ruta de la seda,
well, the route of the silk.
Quedará India entre la espada y la pared, se perderá de los beneficios.
What will happen with that? Because he's between the rock and a hard place.
Posiblemente sí,
well,
pero
possibly
quizás
he will
ahí
be left out.
Más Pakistán.
Maybe there Pakistan will play a more important role.
El nudo de distribución de esa ruta, ¿no es cierto? Es
maybe Pakistan will be a stronger player there.
La primera puerta.
Because Pakistan is like the first door
está atravesando
that route passes by.
Hacia los mercados de Medio Oriente y del Mediterráneo por parte de China. Entonces necesita China tener muy bien aceitada la relación con Pakistán.
The relationship with Pakistan totally good. So maybe
en la cuestión con India, ¿no
when time comes,
Pakistán
they'll have to let go India as part of the route.
De que India se incorpore a la ruta de la seda.
Wadi, muchísimas gracias por habernos acompañado estos minutos de la jugada crítica.
For sharing your opinions with us.
No tiene por qué. Hasta la próxima y muchas gracias por la invitación.
Thank you for the invitation.
Gracias a usted por haber aceptado. Bueno, fíjense, vamos a pasar de una vez a nuestras conclusiones.
Let's go to our conclusions.
Wadi y Surendra coinciden en que
both our analysts
primer ministro
agree that Modi is an ultra-nationalist
evidentemente ratificado en elecciones, ya vimos los
and who has been clearly re-elected,
amalgamar medidas neoliberales
and that he's been able to mix different types of policies. Well, India inside, there's total inequality, there's poverty,
eso que denuncia la oposición, sectarismo,
and there's phobia against minorities,
las comunidades minoritarias que profesan el Islam.
Especially the Islamic
lo cual debilita
ones.
la democracia vigente en una gestión
This weakens the democracy. And in their international relationships, they have agreements with the U.S.
y recientemente con
and recently with Israel.
Está allí
Nevertheless, there is a strategic route of the silk,
liderado por la República Popular China, que
and this is a project of China
como un enemigo de India.
That could even become an enemy of India. What will India do at the end? Will India not allow the route pass through their country and be left out of the benefits?
Que las tratábamos con el periodista Wadi Calvo, definitivamente Asia
definitely Asia is one of the geographical gravity points, and India is a pivotal actor.
Como el de Indo-Pacífico, que seguiremos desarrollando.
We will see this in the next critical moves. Thank you for sharing with us. See you soon. Have a nice weekend.